This video be requested by the young laddie Michael Shoma, and the annoying accent be requested by Sarah the Cat 2T7, which also explains why I'm using Jin this time, because he was the first Irish character I could think of. And with Sarah being Irish herself, I guess it's okay for me to completely and totally rape the entire Irish culture with my horrible accent.
Hello, YouTube. I'm Ian Green. I'd like to discuss a certain reviewer for my first on-screen review. Confused Matthew.
But of course you couldn't have thought of something original to complain about for your first video ever. Wait, did you really call this a review? Lord knows you couldn't be thinking of something interesting, could you?
Where did I begin with this? One, he has the balls.
You'd really best be fitter than Whispery anger. It truly is the best anger when you don't want to wake up your parents in the middle of the day.
Okay. Are we real? Sorry about that, folks.
If it be something you need to be apologizing for, then why do it in the first place, laddie? Seems to me that you're really forcing the anger here, aren't you?
Having a bit of a breakdown. Where was it? Confused Matthew. He has the balls. The balls to defile my, well, one of my favorite anime movies, Spirited Away. Dude, you leave Spirited Away alone.
I know that this is a dated reference and all, but it still really fits. Mainly because it shows what I think of these types of fanboy videos in the first place.
Spirited Away alone!
You can hate on me for that media clip later if you really wish to do so. The comment section is a free country, if you will.
You may not like anime. Okay, you advertise your opinion, but when you have the balls to screw around with my favorite anime director, you are dead to me. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead.
I find it quite strange that you'd allowed him to have his opinion on anything, but when he dares to criticize anything by Hayao Miyazaki, I really wasn't going to be trying to attempt that one with an Irish accent. You decide to show a bunch of fake anger. Why should he care what you, some random person on the internet, thinks? Who are you to try to police what people criticize? Makes me think of Jordan River 89, actually.
I'm not playing, buddy. I want answers. Why did you review that underrated game?
Underrated? More like overrated.
It's not overrated, you jackfuck. Don't even try to change the subject.
Sorry for the folks that might scared anyone, but it's true. The guy doesn't do jack shit in research, and I'll explain that right now. In his review, he has a picture of Inuyasha to represent how much he doesn't like anime. And what is his argument for not liking anime? Because all it is just porn. Dude, that is the lamest excuse ever. Next to it's too slow, it doesn't have plot development, doesn't have character development, doesn't have peanut butter.
What if that is the only anime this guy's ever watched? And if you look at a lot of the anime that is made nowadays, a lot of it really is 90% fan service. You'd want some examples though, laddie. There's Eye Out to Vampire, Strike Witches, Sekirei, and High School of the Dead, just to name a few. There are plenty more out there, really. Maybe his knowledge of anime is limited to Inuyasha, and if it really truly is limited to that one experience, I can't really blame the guy for not liking anime.
Yeah, I brought peanut butter to... Yeah. Yeah. I brought in peanut butter as an excuse he didn't have. Rather, something he lacked in terms of logic.
So you're really saying if there was more peanut butter in his review, it would have been more logical? Well, from this point forward, and for the rest of my commentary, you can just expect to see a picture of Jiffy down in the bottom corner to help my arguments. It should make you happy at least.
That's how bad and how stupid he is. Anime isn't always just porn. Look at Evangelion. Look at Gundam. Look at Ranma 1.5. Okay, yeah, kind of did have some fan service, but it was still an action, martial arts, fantasy comedy. Same thing with Inuyasha. It's an epic. It's supposed to be about. It has character development. Something you think should apply in some personal plots.
Though many really could claim that all of those cities had way too much fanservice in the first place, and trying to defend anime in particular with Inuyasha doesn't really work. After all, it really is nothing more than the Dragon Ball Z for girls, and it really is also the twilight of the anime community. Look at all the dated references I'm bringing up. Blame it on my Irish accent, if you will. Though Evangelion skin-tight outfits totally doesn't count for constant fanservice, does it?
Okay, dude. Two things. One, get your facts. Two, anime isn't always about porn. Again, I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but it's not about porn.
You might have kept from repeating yourself if you had scripted this half-assed response to confuse Matthew. It really could have helped yourself in the long run, I think.
Guys, YouTube, you want to do yourself a favor? Look at people who do reviews correctly. Blockbuster Buster makes reasons why he doesn't like some movies, and they're legit reasons. He gives certain plot points. He gives certain points that I would say I agree with. I certainly agree with him there.
Even though they're the only legit reasons because you yourself happen to like him and the reasons he's giving. Hell, Spirited Away is one of my favorite Miyazaki films ever made. After Princess Mononoke, of course, but I still felt that Matthew had raised some valid points in his review. I had a request for me to do a commentary on it, and I turned it down because I actually thought it was halfway decent. I hate the guy, as you can easily tell with the 2 commentaries I've done on him in the past.
Matthew, if you're watching this...
Which he really obviously isn't, since you only have like 21 views so far on this video.
You suck. You.
I bet it took you all night to come up with that insult, didn't it, laddie? You could have at least tried to come up with an insult the guy hasn't heard at least 3 million times on the internet.
What's the word? 1 second here, folks. I gotta think of something to get to Matthew.
I really have to wonder what is wrong with this guy. He can't seem to sit still for more than 10 seconds at a time. This kind of activity really does hurt when you're attempting to give a presentation and put a point across.
Oh, wait, I have one. You suck! You piece of illogical, uncharacter-loving, little turd rat who deserves to stop making who needs to stop making videos.
Well, I have to give you that one. He probably hasn't ever been called a turd rat before, despite the fact that it's extremely illogical and stupid.
And if you are going to do reviews of videos, then why don't you do your fucking research?
Maybe if you would have done some research, you would have found that plenty of people have griped about Confused Matthew before, and yet he has never changed what he does, and which makes this video pretty much completely pointless in the last.
Well, that's my 2 cents. See you later.
I really don't know what else to say here at the end of the video other than this bit of the professor, and I'd bid each and every last one of you a fine adieu. Good lord, that video was worse than my Irish accent!